Minecraft Beta 1.7.3. I've seen a lot of videos explaining why this version of Minecraft is so special and why it commands a cult following over 10 years after its release. These videos hit on a lot of great and valid points, but I think they all dance around the main thing that made this version of Minecraft the best, and in my opinion, the last real version of Minecraft, which I'll get into. In truth, Beta 1.7.3 was the version of the game that perfectly captured the soul of the game, the ethos upon which Minecraft was built. This soul can really be broken down into three main areas. The first of these is Minecraft's origin as the most pure sandbox gaming experience to date. To illustrate this point, think of a literal sandbox, something I'm sure many of us spent hours playing in growing up. When playing in a sandbox, there are no rules, and the only boundaries are the walls holding the sand in place. There's no boss for you to conquer, no optimal path to follow to obtain resources, and there are not infinite resources with which to build. You have sand, and if you got really creative, you might even grab some sticks from nearby to add detail to your creations. Much in the same way, Beta 1.7.3 had no boss to conquer, no advanced farms, and no optimal trading strategies. In fact, it had no trading strategies at all. In essence, there was not much to be optimized about the way the game was played. This freed us players to be as creative as possible with their worlds. In today's game, how often will someone take the time to build a useless building for no reason, particularly outside of a YouTube playthrough or building demonstration? 99% of the time, we, especially older players, feel the need to have every building have a purpose. What might have been a fantasy airship in a beta world is replaced by a floating iron farm above a village or trading center today. While Minecraft is still technically an open world, the way the game has been shaped has created a path that is clearly optimal, linear, and that if not followed will quickly have a player falling behind their peers. The last two-thirds of Minecraft's spirit come from the name itself: mine and craft. After playing a few worlds in modern Minecraft, I found the act of mining to be vastly outpaced by other paths you can take in the game, such as villager trading infrastructure or continually looting end cities. So much, in fact, that it is easy to forget that mining was once an essential part of prospering in earlier Minecraft versions. In Beta 1.7.3, there were no loot chests, aside from the rare dungeon find, and there were few automations or farms that would produce extremely valuable resources. Playing the game, you truly felt like a miner, with pickaxe in hand, riding your minecart down your precariously built track deep into the earth to attempt to find and extract rare and valuable resources. I was saddened to find that diamonds are almost an afterthought in modern Minecraft, to the point where finding them after a week or two in my modern world, I almost debate whether it's worth my time to mine them. Contrast this with earlier versions of the game, where finding diamonds would literally send my friends and I running around the basement during a sleepover, setting up a platform to make sure we didn't lose even a single precious rock into an unforeseen lava pool. I believe that Mojang attempted to recreate some of this scarcity by adding netherite to the game, but honestly, no matter how hard they make it to find, I don't get nearly the same rewarding feeling of pure satisfaction from blasting beds through the basement of the nether looking for pieces of netherite that I'll be able to use to create slightly better armor than my already overpowered protection 4 diamond armor. And this brings me to the crafting or building aspect, the final part of the game's essence that I'd like to touch on. As I mentioned earlier, most, if not all structures in a beta world, my friends and I built for fun, because we could, not because they would help us automate or optimize another part of our gaming experience. The early versions of the game encouraged building above all other activities because They really included no auto-generated structures, aside from the occasional dungeon I mentioned before, and who wants to live in a dungeon anyway? Contrast this to today where oceans are full of abandoned ships, fields are overflowing with massive villages with various buildings, and dense forests even contain the occasional mega mansion, and players quickly lose any incentive they had left to build. If I can step up to 1,000-foot view for a moment, I believe this change is emblematic of a broader shift in the way our minds work and in the way we play. In the age of instant gratification, where thinking outside the box is often discouraged in favor of the linear path. In truth, Beta 1.7.3 encouraged and even exercised imagination, a muscle that we rarely flex today, and one that atrophies more every year we age. The blank, raw canvas of the beta worlds, filled with their epic hills and majestic overhangs and totally unrealistic floating islands, was just begging to be covered with amazing buildings, structures the player may not have even dreamt of before seeing the world. There was such a beauty in the purity of this endeavor, and it shows in the amazing creations that can still be found in the worlds from this era. With such a limited block palette, we could imagine that a few stone slabs would act as a poker table in a casino, or a fence post as a steering lever on a flying blimp. Somehow it feels as we've gained more blocks and more building techniques. I've never felt more siloed into the structures that I create, as there seems to be a custom block for everything. But hey, given all that I've just said about creativity and players plowing their own path, who am I to tell you what version of Minecraft is the best? Which version of Minecraft do you feel best captures the essence of the game? The modern versions definitely have their merits as well, but next time you fire up 1.21 or whichever of the impending version numbers to come, remember that you might not really be playing Minecraft. At least, not the Minecraft that started it all. Thanks for listening.